everyone, welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, my name's Molly, and today I'm going to be watching, reviewing, and reacting to Season 3, Episode 1 of The Handmaid's Tale. Alright, so, I actually did watch when they first came out, both Seasons 1 and 2, so I've been watching the show regularly as it's been on. But I wasn't doing reactions to any videos. I didn't have my channel yet at the time, so this is my first opportunity to actually react to and review for you guys any episodes of this show. So I'll just start off before I actually get into The Handmaid's Tale by saying, if you're new to the channel, I do actually have a Patreon page, and on that page there are various tiers and levels of rewards, one of them being that you can get early access to episodes. So if you are interested in supporting the channel, if you like the content that I do appreciate the support. I have tiers that are basically just a couple dollars a month that are just to support, and then I also have a tier that provides early access to numerous shows, and then there's also a higher level tier that provides full-length reactions to certain series that I do, as well as Patreon exclusive shows like Penny Dreadful. So just wanted to put that out there. If you're new, I'll put a link in the description below. Not necessary, of course, but if you're interested, it is there. And a huge thank you to all of my current patrons who are supporting me on Patreon. I definitely wouldn't be able to do all of this without your help. It really is a massive source of support for me, so I hugely thank you for that, for your ongoing and continuing support. So, Handmaid's Tale. I will say the first season, as someone who had read the book, was very good. There was some changes, there were some differences, but overall I felt that it was very true to like the tone and spirit of the story, and also extremely powerful and well done. The second season, still also extremely well done, great performances, great writing, solid storyline, some crazy things happening. Overall though, I personally felt that the second season was a bit, I mean, I don't want to say too depressing, but yeah, almost too depressing, to the point that I wasn't sure that I was going to be able to just continue watching, because it was just this level of horror and sorrow every single week. And I know that that's kind of the point, that's what they want you to feel, but it was so intense. So I'm kind of hoping that this season, you know, will maintain what we saw near the end of season 2, where there was, even though there were some depressing things like June not leaving, there were some glimmers of hope, and there were some interesting directions that things were potentially going with, and you know, with Emily leaving, and then Bradley Whitford's character, who's very interesting. So I'm curious to see what's going to happen this season, and I'm ready to just jump in. So let's get into episode 1 of season 3. Here we go.
You didn't get in the truck.
Mm-hmm.
Thoughts?
Thoughts? He's like,
No, get in the car.
say something.
We can catch them before they cross the border. Come on.
Do you know Commander Mackensie? He has a daughter. Her name is Agnes. I need you to take me there, and then we can head north.
Dar.
I can't leave without her.
You can.
I won't.
There's no way he's gonna do
You
that.
helped Emily.
I liked Emily.
They could put you on the wall. Even a commander.
I don't know if this is the route to take here, June.
Spunky. I'll take you to Mackensie.
Really? This guy baffles me.
Please, man. Everyone has lost their minds. Go to my office. Call 911.
Oh yes, this is the moment where everyone's
Let her
lost their
pass,
minds.
son. This has gone far enough.
We should give her more time to get away.
Now he knows.
What did you do?
I did what was best for my child.
Yep, so fuck you, Fred.
Build a wall, and they will tear you apart.
She's safe, Serena. Serena?
I'm glad she's talking right past that
She is
asshole.
safe.
Oh, no, she's safe when you tell me where she is. Where is she? I'm trying to save your life.
Did you give her to off Joseph? I did what was best for her, Serena. Did you give my baby to off Joseph? You wanted a better life for her, and that is what a mother does for her child. Gave her to a murderer. You killed my baby. You killed my baby. How could you take her away from me? Because I have another daughter. You chased us in the woods and you hunted us down with dogs. And when you pulled her away, she screamed. My baby screamed for her mother. And I hope this feels like that.
Yeah, fuck you, Fred. You guys are gonna find that I'm not a fan of Fred.
Listen to me. She's going to be okay. She's going to be free. It was so cold outside. You left her cold. You were supposed to protect her. God will protect her. Have faith.
Nick?
Ma'am, if you return to your home country, would you be persecuted based on being a woman? Would you be subject to the danger of torture or risk to your life? As a person in
Made
need
it.
of protection, do you wish to seek asylum in the country of Canada?
Yes, we do.
This is SQA 13. I need an ambulance for pediatric at my location.
You should burn that bed.
Serena. Serena.
She wanna die there?
Serena. Come on.
it's great what they're doing, but I don't know if that's really like what she needs right now.
She's so big.
Hi. Are you Luke?
Yeah.
I'm Emily. Your wife saved my life. Let's go. Eyes down. Blessed be the fruit. May the Lord open. They're safe. Emily, the baby, they made it. Under his eye. Blessed be the fruit.
May the Lord open.
This is gonna be such an interesting dynamic.
You're not gonna be in any trouble, are you?
No, sir.
Uh-huh. Yeah. All right. Well, that was episode 1. And I'll just start off by saying I'm very pleased so far with the opening to the season. I think that they did a good job of capturing, you know, what I was basically saying before I started watching the episode, that I was hoping that some of the kind of positive, I know it's hard to say any of this is positive, but the sort of hopeful positive aspects of the end of last season would carry over and be part of the overarching themes of this season. And so far that's the case, so I remain optimistic. There was a moment there, I'm not gonna lie, there was a moment where I was thinking, you know, that there was a chance that maybe Emily and Nicole weren't gonna make it, or that the baby, that Nicole was going to die, and if that happened, I gotta be honest, I probably would have scrapped this. I would have been like, I'm out, because it just would have been too much. And maybe I shouldn't have been thinking that that even would have happened, because it does seem like it would be too much, but you know, last season, if you watched last season, you guys understand what I'm talking about, that they went in places that just seemed like I didn't imagine them going, that were just heartbreaking. So anything was possible, I imagined. But I'm glad. It was really moving to me to see Emily and Nicole making it out when they finally got through, and they are asked if she needs to seek asylum. I still feel like she's not really ready for all that attention, you know, people loudly proclaiming to her in public and all the clapping. As I was saying, I feel like a traumatized person kind of maybe doesn't need to be paraded out in front of everyone like that. It's nice, it's good that she's finally in a place where the majority of the people are still sane and recognize what she's gone through and want to treat her as somebody who's been heroic in dealing with these things. But at the same time, if you've actually been through a traumatic situation, you kind of maybe don't want that as the first thing you're experiencing. But we'll see, and we saw that she was able to actually bring Nicole to Luke at the end. I'm curious to see that dynamic and what's going to play out there. But then the biggest things with this episode that were of interest to me is, one, Bradley Whitford's character, Commander Lawrence. Now June is actually with him, and it's going to be fascinating to see what's going on there, because he seems to be a crazy person. From everything we saw last season, he obviously has some participation in the resistance. He helped Emily to escape. He was going to help June to escape along with Emily, and a baby, kidnapping a child he was participating in, which he knows, as June said to him, you know, that could get you the wall. Regardless of your position of power, he was still going along with that. But then we did see him say and do stuff last season too, which suggested that he wasn't opposed at all to the system in Gilead, at least not originally, and that he still has these kind of underlying value systems and beliefs. So I don't know, he's a confusing character, and also he seems kind of nuts. I mean, to be honest, I thought there was no chance that he was gonna agree to drive June there to try and kidnap her other daughter too, but he seemed to be like, yeah, okay, let's do that. I don't know, so I'm really curious to see the two of them together now in a household. He's fascinating, so I think that adds a new twist to this season, and also pleases me that she's not going to be stuck with the Waterfords anymore, at least. But speaking of that, the other big kind of thing, which we saw partially on and off throughout last season, especially at the end, and then again this episode, is the dynamic between June and Serena Waterford is fascinating at this point, because it really does seem like, out of the uncomfortable group there, that Fred is finally the one that is mostly on the outside and seen as the one that has his own individual interests in mind, whereas the two of them somehow were able to come together despite everything that Serena had participated in doing to June and everything that had occurred in the past. For the sake of the baby, they both genuinely love that baby. And June, you know, she could have left Serena there. I still feel like Serena's intention may have been to die in that fire. But June brought her out of there, took her out of there, and also was trying to console her after they found out that the baby was gone. Whereas Fred is someone that they both don't seem particularly pleased with at the moment, and that fills me with joy, because I have this burning hatred for Fred. But I'm really curious about the Serena-June interaction, and if they're gonna be able to keep developing that at all, or if Serena and the Waterfords in general are just gonna be moving to the side throughout the rest of the season, since June's not with them anymore. I mean, I do think that would make sense, but we'll see. Curious. But so far, so good. I'm very pleased with the first episode. And if you guys think there was anything significant that I missed or that you would want to discuss, if you have any questions or just other comments for me, please do feel free to leave them down below, and we can continue chatting. So other than that, I'll just say thank you very much for joining me, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye!